Oh, well, hello there. Didn't see you there. Hi, I'm the Book Geek, also known as Kiava, and today I'm going to do my January book haul. I'm trying not to buy as many books this year because I'm currently unemployed. You guys know my story. COVID really messed me up. I did buy some books, but I was also sent a book by the author, and that book is The Magician, which I'm currently reading, as you can tell by my Beetlejuice bookmark. The author's name is J.D. SANTIBANEZ. I hope I'm saying that right. And I'm going to link any of his information down below in the description box if you're interested in purchasing a book. The info is also linked on my Instagram page, my Bookstagram page, which I will also link down below. This book is so good, and it's a shame I haven't gotten further into it because I'm really enjoying it. I'm just reading a lot of books right now. I'm going to read the synopsis here to you. Garrow has a quiet life. He kills anyone without remorse, as long as the price is right. But everything changes the night he meets his dead mother, who opens the doors to an unknown world, where angels and demons face each other in the oldest struggle of all time. From that moment, and surrounded by increasingly strange characters, the Sicario becomes a paramount piece in the eternal balance of good and evil. What I mean, this book started out with action and it kept me glued to the pages. This book started out so good, and I just cannot wait to see where it goes. I am really enjoying it. It has a lot of punch to it. Please pick this book up and support this author because his writing is incredible. The next book I want to show you is Tight. So in this story, we follow a boy named Brian. He's really into like comics and things of that nature, but he's also being peer pressured by one of his friends to break rules. And his friend Mike is involving him in risky behavior. Not to mention, he's also being pressured by his father, who thinks that it is better to be hard-bodied, hard and feared, to have that type of attitude about life. So this story will be all about whether or not Brian is going to have the power to overcome what everyone else thinks that he should be doing and follow his own path, whether or not he'll have the power to do what he believes is the right thing to do. As some of you may know, I was doing a reading challenge for the month of January, which I'm still reading a lot of those books, and that was my Black Experience project. And these books that I'm going to show you now were some of the books that I picked up as part of that reading challenge. The first one I have here to show you is Genesis Begins Again. This story is about a young, dark-skinned girl who is struggling to love her complexion. She thinks that she is too black. So this book is going to cover a lot of issues involving colorism. The next one I have here to show you is The Stars Beneath Our Feet. This is also a middle grade book. So in this story, we follow a young boy named Lolly. He is struggling to deal with the loss of his brother, who was lost to gun violence. When his mom's friend gives him a bag of Legos, he decides to build a new world for himself, while also battling with the world in which he lives. The next book here is Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. This is a book written in verse that describes the author's life growing up as a black girl in the 60s and 70s. The next one is titled Ghost Boys. This is a story. All these stories are relevant and deal with so many hard-hitting issues. But this one is about a young boy who is shot and killed by a white officer. And as a ghost, he is going to witness firsthand the aftermath of his murder and how it affects the entire community. This book reminds me of the real life story of so many black boys, but especially Tamir Rice, because the child in the book was playing with a toy gun when he was shot and killed, and that is the exact same thing that happened to Tamir Rice. These next two books were not part of that reading challenge. These are just books that I picked up on a whim because I wanted to read them. And one is The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. This is a horror story that I believe is about zombies. And I love zombie stories, so I wanted to read this one for a while. I also picked up Imaginary Friend, and I did not realize that this was such a hefty book. This is a big one. Big mama. I believe this is a horror story. In this story, a boy and his mom, they moved to a new place. His mother is determined to build a better life for her and her son. And he disappears one day for several days, and he returns. He seems like himself, but he's not himself. He returns with a voice in his head that only he can hear. He must build a tree house in the woods by Christmas, or something is going to happen to his mother and everyone else in the town. They will never be the same. So, loving the mystery aspect of this. So this is a mystery horror, of course. I really loved the perks of being a wallflower, so I'm interested to see where the author is going to take this story. Editing Kiki here. So clearly I forgot to record my outro once again. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.